Hi, Mrs. Smith. How's it going?
Hi, nice to meet you, Mr. Connell.
Hello, Jean.
Hi, Mr. Connell.
So today we're obviously here to discuss Jean's progress in geography for semester one. I'd like to start the interview with the student actually telling me how they think they've performed. So Jean, how do you find you've gone this semester so far?
I really like doing the landscapes.
I'm so fucking done.
We should have just never started again and kept going to the original video.
No, because then we would have gotten lost in all this footage. Like, it would have been like, okay, just wrong.
Oh my god. We nearly have to move rooms.
What time is it?
Okay, we have
40.
to.
Okay, we're getting this one done before we
Yeah,
move.
yeah.
Okay, just start from now.
Okay. Hi, Mrs. Smith. How's it going?
Good, how are you, Mr. Connell?
Good, thank you. Hello. Jean. Are you serious? What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Okay, we're going to swap spots, that way you can't see that at all.
Yes, thank you. I need to get rid of this too because I'm staring at it and it's confusing me.
Okay.
Just look at me or Sam. Don't look at the screen.
Okay. Oh my god.
I'm getting pissed.
I swear to God,
Okay.
if we don't get through this because of it.
We're getting through mine. God damn, we're getting through
Yeah.
mine.
Okay.
We'll do this next.
Okay. Hi, Mrs. Smith. How's it going?
Good, how are you, Mr. Connell?
Good, thank you. Hello, Jean.
Hi, Mr. Connell.
So today we're obviously here to discuss Jean's progress in semester one for geography. I'd like to start an interview with actually asking the student how they think they've gone this semester. So why don't you tell us, Jean, how do you think you've progressed so far?
So I really like doing the stuff with the landscapes, but I find sometimes that I get a little bit. Why did you have to do that?
I didn't do anything.
Okay, just like
Okay,
I'll
no
cut
way,
it.
no way. I have
I'll
a
cut
solution actually. When I'm talking and looking, no, I'm actually being serious
Okay.
because I think we make each other laugh. When I'm talking to you, I'm gonna like look actually at the door and
Yes,
not
do
you,
that.
but it
Yes,
looks like
do
I'm
that.
looking at you,
okay.
and you have to look like up there or something, not at me. Okay, that actually probably will be a solution.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Okay. Hi, Mrs. Smith. How's it going?
Good, how are you, Mr. Connell?
Good, thank you. Hello, Jean.
Hi, Mr. Connell.
So today we're here to discuss Jean's progress in geography for semester one. So I'd like to start an interview by actually asking the student how they think they've gone this semester. So why don't you tell us, Jean, how do you think you've progressed so far?
I really think that I do good with the landscape stuff and I find it really interesting, but sometimes I feel like I get a little bit distracted in class and maybe it makes my grades not so good.
Yeah, so this is kind of nearly perfect on par with what I wanted to discuss with you both today. So going through her actual report, so you can see here it's broken down the components of the actual Victorian curriculum we follow into the dot points, and here is the expected level for the semester. So she's actually above what is expected for responding to characteristics and explaining these. This is one of her strengths, she's actually really good at this. But what I wanted to talk about today was how she's lacking a bit in sort of explaining the interconnections between these different processes.
Do you have any evidence of this?
Yep, so this is her quiz for landforms and landscapes. So as you can see here, very perfect, correct answers for the multiple choice, the short mapping task and the fill the gaps. But when we get to the extended response questions, it appears there has not even been a single attempt at this.
Why do you think you're struggling to answer these extended response questions?
I don't think we covered that in class. I don't remember how to answer those questions, and when I don't know how to answer it, I just don't start because I don't know what to write.
Yeah, so my take sort of on this is, okay, We can just have like a little break, just laugh and then re-go from that. Like,
Okay.
I think good, so
Okay.
I cannot hold it together right now. I'm like
I was holding it
literally,
together
I
and
know,
then you
I'm actually
laughed.
proud of you. Okay, so my take sort of on all of this is that she's actually paying very close attention at sort of the beginning of the lesson when I go through and explain new characteristics and things. But it's later on in the lesson when I explain the further sort of extended response, those sort of processes and how to answer those, that's when she's getting distracted in class by a lot of her friends and not completing the activities that are set for in class, which is, I'm just gonna like stop because I don't know what I'm saying and then we'll go from it. Not completing the activities in class. Is that what I said? And then said which is and then stopped. Okay, not completing the activities in task. And I have a policy in my classroom which is if it's not done in my time, then it's done in your time. Okay, wait, just pause 1 second. Or is that when you say it?
Yeah,
Did
and then
you
I would
already-
answer question, what can be done to support Jean's class?
Did I already talk too much ahead?
No? You did fine. You were just saying.
Okay, yeah.
So
Wait, but I didn't say the other thing yet, so
Okay,
just wait
well-
a second. Okay, not completing the class activities.
maybe
Okay,
she's
wait, one second.
overwhelmed with workload.
So she's not completing the task. She's not completing the activities in time. Okay, wait. She's not completing the activities in class time, and I have a policy which is if it's not done in my time, then it's done in your time. So this then becomes homework, but obviously I'm also setting normal homework for all the students. So I feel like she's getting a bit overwhelmed with all of this sort of workload.
What can be done to help support Jean complete tasks in class time?
Yep, so I've thought about this and established a range of methods for this. So I'm actually going to go into the next semester be constructing a seating plan so she can still communicate with her friends, obviously at recess and lunch and outside of school as per normal. But in class that's for strictly focusing on the work. And as well as this, I'm going to be running a humanities club on Thursdays at lunchtime. So this is good because it doesn't run outside of school like it has in the past after school, but instead in school, so she doesn't have to waste any of her time.
That sounds really good. It's very supportive.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that, Jean?
Is that something you think you could attend?
Yeah, I guess I could go. Do I have to go every week?
Well, it would be very beneficial for your learning to sort of establish those further skills because I believe you are a very talented and skilled geographical thinker. So, and at home I want you to be monitoring her homework, making sure she completes this, gets it done.
I will admit I've been very busy with work this last couple of months, but I can make an effort to watch over her homework and making sure she's completing all those homework tasks.
Yeah, well that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover today. Obviously, as I said, your strengths, learning the content and things, but we just need to work on the extended response questions. But don't let anything we've talked about put you down. You are an extremely gifted student.
Thank you for your time.
No worries.
Mr. Carl.
Bye. Oh
Bye.
my god, do you think we got it?
The thing is it